midfield.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready? Black 25.
Crunch time, defense.
Five on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Right there. 56.
Winston now from the 50. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Black 25 behind.
I got you, punk. Hey, Mike 20. All day. Mike.
Easy.
Hey, get in the weight room.
3rd and long for Winston. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 30. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He sets to fire deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully, mentally into this one.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. Haskins. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Third down, here's Haskins. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. They'll run now with Peyton, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I'm on. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy.
To throw is Winston. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Geis going right. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Easy run. I got you. I got you. Nice 50, nice 50.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Set, ready. Ready to engine. 50. We got it.
On the draw, this is Love. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Got a man. That's Quinn. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Back to the ground game now with Geis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social. And Winston lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. McManus's point after is good. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 2. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning it. Now Guy stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A first down throw for Winston. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Winston now. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 50. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the
Watch even.
47-yard line.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Shoot. Hustle. Wait. Easy. Hey, Mike 20.
Jameis now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. From the gun, Winston. He's got his tight end Fant. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3, Winston. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Winston. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. With a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
On 1st down, here's Love. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
From the 39, Haskins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On third down, here's Peyton. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Haskins looking to throw on first down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. This time, the extra point up and good, and that will get them one closer. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Everyone's got 4. Hey, foxtrot. Go. Look at me. Go, fight.
2nd and 11. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.